Cancers on this planet, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising, Cancer Venus, Cancer Mars, and all Cancer Collective and Cross Watchers. Welcome to my sacred space for Shadow Love. This is your extensive monthly full moon reading. Now we have a full moon in Leo. And there is this kind of question I could ask from you right away, like, how am I being called to awaken to something bigger? This bigger thing is present because Uranus have like a planet of like a awakening has went direct in the sign of Taurus in 30th of January. And this is kind of very good moment to really get things going. Taurus, of course, very material world, all this kind of abundance is kind of favored now. So this anyway started now this kind of 6-month period going towards the change of the sign. So in the 7th of July, actually in the Cancer period, when the Cancer is still Cancer Sun is in your sign, the Sun in Cancer. Then very portal day also, 7th of July, Uranus changed to be Gemini, kind of for there's some kind of back and forth, but for the next 8 years then the Uranus will be in Gemini, and this is said to be part of this kind of Pluto in Aquarius years, like next 20 years will be like this Pluto of power and a social change sign, and binded with very active air element, busy with the Uranus. It's said to be like totally rise of the EI, totally even telepathy becomes a thing. Like there can be really this kind of Mercury fast moving energies more and more. So we are starting to feel this kind of change, and some people might feel it very chaotic. Anyway, let's continue. Oh wow, there is immediately donation. Oh wow, Eric is wanting to get through to have the question answered today. What should I focus on my past fling on you? Okay, Eric, you have to still, you have Scorpio. This is a Cancer reading. Beautiful that you are also tuning into another water sign, because Cancer is also, but Scorpio is the fixed water sign. But we are having now Cancer sign. I will take your question in the end, but I also got anonymous question from one Cancer member. I will also ask that question. So this is a kind of, now this extensive reading will be allowing any members to ask question, and the cheapest membership is like €3 a month to have this all access to the archive videos and the full moon extensive readings. It's not such a big deal, but I just wanted to put the full moon extensive reading especially for the, like a commenting for members. So now Eric, you also paid, so I will take your question too, but let's now start full on the Cancer reading. I know Eric, you're usually commenting a lot, but I will take even this question. It's nice indeed to give me a little coffee money. Now you have got this special crystal. I really love to see, because you were I know all the crystals because I've pre-selected. I do this kind of preview like YouTube shorts. You can go to see now. Now there is like Aries, Taurus, Gemini and Cancer, but I will start publishing before the readings also the other preview of the crystals and cards. But you are the only one who got this third eye chakra crystal that is in my crystal bag, the special one, the 8th one. And this allows me to pick any deck. And now today I have picked my own tarot deck. So this is 78 cards I have designed. This is now going to be part of your full moon in Leo follow your heart reading. But the labradorite, this heart-shaped crystal, is bought from Romania last summer, and I find it really like a magical. So you got this, like only one of the signs who got this. And then you got already your oracle card will be Cancer 24, the desert, sacred archetypal element of fire. So you just got fire. That's amazing, like a energy to have. Like a really, what do you do with that fire? That's a question maybe now in the Leo full moon. Like Leo is the fire sign and you got the fire. Like Leo is the king of the fire and you got the fire. Like it's interesting elements here. let's start pulling this card. So Erik, you have to be patient. Even if you paid me, I will take you in the end. This is the general reading now for Cancer, because I want the Cancers to feel that this is the sacred space for shadow love. Once in a month is this predictive monthly reading, and this is very much focused on the full moon in Leo and as well Sun Valentine. So we are very focused on the love, of course, so your question is beautiful. So here we have Queen of the Moon Oracle. What is now for Cancer? This. Try to pull everything live here. Resilience, 21. Really working hard on something, finishing a project. Resilience. This is an interesting analogy. I just talked to one of my Cancer friends about how from the compost things can start to come, even you feel like, in this case, the person is carrying this kind of piece of ground, like a kind of compost, and it looks like there is all this kind of tentacles of like a interesting association. I start to get like idea like you know, this kind of spectre in James Bond. There is this villain, this arch enemy, the spectre. There's all these tentacles, and they are kind of dangerously coming from this compost that this person is like carrying around, like a huge package. But what we see here, we see beautiful blooming coming, like eventually the roots will kill this monster. All the sprouts will like start to go around like a snake around this. Like these are not snake. This is more like a tentacles of like a octopus. Like these plants will overcome this monster. When I think the moment when she let this go on her back, she plants this somewhere. All these plants are getting like sprouting up, and they're gonna weigh down all these tentacles of this thing. It's really interesting. Resilience card. I didn't normally pay attention, but this is like a really, when we feel like something is bad, I got this analogy of compost, like you feel like you have just bones and like a dirt and things are just like stinky and bad, like there's nothing. But compost does transform the things into living thing again. They come the beautiful earth out of the eggshells or whatever is there. And here we have this. Okay, so that is some kind of transformation here. And fire is also, of course, in all these LA fires, fire can completely fertilize the land. So maybe there is this kind of fertilization is happening in the form of passion. It's like your passion is ignited, and that makes yourself fertile to something new. The old shit is burned away. I don't know. Interesting. Okay, then let's have now the love messages. So we have here, I've created this kind of love notes. So Cancer, this is your love message for full moon in, a little bit opening already. Isn't it cute? All these letters, love letters, just for my star readings. So we got here, let's open it immediately. There is a little key here. So Sun Valentine message for Cancer. You are my sun, my moon, and all of my stars. Comings. Wow. You are my moon, all of my stars, and my sun. Wow. Moon is a ruling planet of Cancer, so it's a kind of interesting, this planet aspects. These planets are part of my full moon in Leo, follow your heart. The cards are those cards. We are having card position for moon, we are having for sun, we are having for star. Interesting that this comes. Then let's have little lock lady box. Current feelings of your person or your potential person, Cancer. So this would be like how they feel about you, how they see you. And then from this Amor box also, current feelings of the person, Cancer, potential lover. Okay, we have a fire again. So the fire is there. Fire, walk with me, dance with your demons, and pursue the things that set your soul on fire. Double confirmation that the fire is a very important part of your like full moon in Leo. And some love life. Fire, fire. Okay, this is some interesting. Your blood type is your archetype, mystery in your veins. Type O is hairs of Atlantis. These are a little bit like esoteric. Type A is celestial traders. Type B is mystics of Sirius. AB is cosmic alchemist. And RA negative is starseed sowers. Wow. I'm a type, I'm not a Cancer, but I'm a type O, I'm a hairs of Atlantis. It's interesting. If person feel maybe there is some kind of, really this if this is like a sacred archetypal element of fire, there's even this kind of feeling in your blood, the kind of passion, fire. Then leap of faith, love. Trusting divine, trusting intuition, taking action, going forward. So going from this little cliff, like there's just a little bit to jump to the love, and the love is waiting there. Have faith. Chaos. The same came for Gemini. So there is chaos in the way I hold it all together. I'm like an unsettled feather in a film from my past. This is a song of Astrid Swan, a Swedish singer, but this is interesting, this unsettled feather. There is this change in the air, possibly almost like the person feels like they are like a feather floating to you, but the wind can take them like a little bit somewhere else. Like it's not so easy to land exactly where the love is. Something like this, but they see you, this kind of love. I feel very close to you, Calvin Harris. I wear my heart upon my sleeve like a big deal. Your love pours down on me, surround me like a waterfall, and there is no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now. Wow, you could listen to this song now. I feel very close to you. So somebody, who knows if you're single, Cancer, but somebody feel like, wow, Cancer, I'm attracted. I feel close to you. So let's see, we are going now to this reading. Yes, this is a full moon in Leo. You can see the visuals in my community post if you're interested. I created this. I often create new tarot spread because I feel like it has to be connected to time and space we are living, and this is really Leo, like a royal kind of animal sign, Leo, power, ruler, this kind of energy. So how can you step into your power is part of this reading. But first question is, Cancer, what is your greatest inner strength? Seeing this resilience here, maybe it's also, but let's see. Now we see what is your greatest inner strength, Cancer. Then we have, and that would be like a sun card here. How I step into my power is this kind of lion power card here now. What is that? Then the moon would be your love shadow is what you need the most. So it kind of stay under your radar. That is what you need the most, Cancer. And then we have the last, like a star card, what is how can I dream bigger? And this forms this kind of Leo Aquarius axis, like opposites, like a dreaming for whole world and dreaming for yourself, or like a stepping in the power of yourself, in your own influence circle. And what is the influence of the whole world? Let me see. So we have here, wow, magician card. What is your greatest inner strength that you are a magician? This Mercury energy. Because this is a Gemini card, of course, but number one, there is very beautiful truth here. Like when in the tarot cards, there is the travel from the 0 to 1. It is like the whole path of life, like from 0 to 1. The other cards are showing the different aspect of travel from 0 to 1, from fool to magician, to from dreaming, like everything is possible, to actualization of using all the elements to create something magical. But here in my card is the message: everyone is psychic. It is very liberating to see, like, it's not like somebody is like doing voodoo or like being whatever, like a shaman or psychic, or like that's something else. No, everyone is like, this is a natural instinct we have. It's almost like the wolf is getting beautifully. We have a year of snake, and the snake is, of course, is usually on the hips of the magician, the Ouroboros. That this kind of wild wolf, white wolf, it is a good wolf, is coming through this kind of portal. That is your inner strength, your son, the magician, somebody who gets things done. It's just like taking from the source and just like, okay, here we have like being in this magician room, very artist-like. Could be a chef, could be a musician, could be something, creating what you got, using all the 4 elements, and the spirit, the 5th, the ether, drawing in the magic. And of course, magician use knowledge a lot. It's like opposite to devil, who is unconscious. This is very positive. Doer, that's your inner strength. Wow. It could be even if you're a woman, like a wild woman, like there is this book of women who run with the wolves. There's a lot of power in this kind of inside wild, that you are even psychic. This is very psychic stone too. Okay, let's see now what is the lion card. How I step into my power. Wow, the world card. I let your shadow meet light so you can be whole again. I use this as a statement to my channel even. This world card is your lion now. How I step into my power. Interesting that there is this like coming from the darkness to the light. But here seeing the duality as separate, but then becoming a whole again, to unite them both. It's not like escaping anything, it's like bringing things together. You step into your power by bringing things whole again, accepting all parts of you, so accepting the dark and the light. That is a kind of like showing here too, like there is a dark and light in the sense like the tentacles, the octopus, the spectre of the James Bond, and then the plant that is growing, the life thing is here. Something is alive. You can be whole again. Wow. Okay, big card. This is also I'm talking about, like I just said, gave it this analogy that all the cards are like life path cards are from 0 to 1, but this is the last card. This is the first and this is the last. There is this kind of inner strength into your power, like from 1 to 21. Amazing, like fast moving, almost like a fire burns fast. There's this kind of thing here. Fast actualization, fast integration, fast having this kind of aha moment. Okay, then we have your love shadow is what you need the most. Okay, so this is interesting. It's 3 of Cups. When relationship lives in the heart, true friends will never part. So it is very much friendship cards. I have drawn here this kind of childhood swing. So relationship living in the heart, we are talking about follow your heart. What relationship indeed get to your heart? Maybe you have to be understanding how the Cancer kind of crap is having like a very hard shell, and people who enter to the heart, they get to enjoy this kind of like a soft love, but you should be indeed have relationship living in the heart, that then true friends will never part. Like there is something sacred about this people who you let in. Could be really like a inner child healing card even, because it's like a childhood here. But let me see. this is anyway a little bit hidden from you. You need this kind of friendships that are good for your heart. Let's say that is the shadow love you need the most. You need this kind of heartfelt connections, sacred unions that will never break. Never break. Okay, then we have the last one is the star position. How can you dream bigger? Beautiful. So you got the Sun card, which is this inner child healing. Again, very much far on the life path, 19. And even the Hierophant, that is spiritual leader, be a guiding light to others. So, wow, amazing cards. How can you dream bigger? How can you be this guiding light to others? And even this inner child healing card here is really like badly drawn. It's based on the My Beloved Sister. That is like Astrid Lindgren book. It's a beautiful story about this kind of like a like a sister that the person imagined that it's not existing. But here we have this kind of shadow sister and the light sister. This like equinox sisters, shadow and clarity. But they are driving white unicorn, white rabbit, black rabbit. This kind of duality is here. But clearly you are called to have an inner child healing here, to dream bigger, like maybe how much power there is to accept that kind of innocent dream you had as a child, and then kind of let that kind of be shining through you like a star. The star is inside of you, indeed those memories, those beautiful things that you keep close to your heart, the friendships, whatever it is, but is in the heart is here. Very much in the icons of this reading also I positioned the light in the heart of the lion. Here is the wolf again. Things are repeating. So the wolf comes from this, what is your greatest inner strength, to how you can dream bigger. So standing up on the hill like a full moon. Really, moon is this ruling planet of Cancer. So standing in your power, be a guiding light to others. That is your call to be. The compost is again here, interestingly. Now it's rest. Let rest. Even though the compass has the diamonds, it has the keys, it's not just bones. There's a lot in there. But you have to be standing in your own power for sure. That is here. Very much major arcana cards, interesting. Okay, so now I'm gonna read this fire card. This will bring together and I start to answer these questions. So desert, sacred archetypal element of fire. Sun card is of course all about fire. So the Cancer for full moon in Leo. Advice from the spirit. In the desert, we are surrounded by sand and fiery red sky, with sun pouring down on the ground and wavy energy rising into the air. This is not a mirage, but rather another dimension, the domain of fire. Many mystics have quested for answers to life's deepest questions in that place of aridity, fire, and heat, for it is a place of true transformation. The energy of fire is quick, exactly like from 1 to 21. This is like a fast energy is currently here. And I'm telling you, like, we are going to have the change that's going to be very quick. That's also going to happen with this kind of Uranus going to Gemini, ruled by Mercury. The energy of fire is quick. It consumes everything in its path in the blink of an eye. The energies of fire push us toward the death of the old and the struggle for new birth. For when we go out into the desert, we realize how tenuous our hold is on life and how easily and quickly we might perish. Yet is in our willingness to die to the old and leap into the fires of transformation that we surrender the outcome, and the future to wisdom beyond our egoic minds and egoic designs. Trial by fire speaks of the tempering quality of fire. It burns away the dross, which includes everything except the essence of what needs to be carried forward. Out of the flaming heat, the scorching fires of transformation, true wisdom is born. This is totally the leader, the wise Hierophant, the spiritual leader. The wisdom is born. Rising up out of the desert pyre like a phoenix with brilliant multicolored feathers glinting in the relentless sun. When you draw this card, it indicates that you are in a fiery process of death, rebirth, and transformation. Spend some time sitting before an open fire or in the sunlight. Light some candles, especially in the dark days of winter. As you meditate on the desert and fire, consider what no longer serves you and offer it to the fire. Ask the fire to embrace and guide you safely through your transformation. Fire can provide you with the courage to face whatever challenge is before you, and the energy and vitality to accomplish your goals with responsiveness, wit, and passion. That is now advice for Cancer. We still have one more in the general reading. We have a love card for Cancer. This is the question I know is coming next is also about love. Eric and this anonymous question. This is now for Cancer Collective. This is the love card. Cancer need to know. Oh, wow, I love you. These are powerful words, 20. Wow, beautiful. This is the cover card of this deck. Amazing. It's almost like you are really, with your words, even simple, like I love you, is so powerful. Like, it's feel like you are called to be noticed. Like you are playing your song that is made from your bones or whatever. Like this angel has this lyra here. Amazing card to get. This is such a beautiful card. Beautiful. I love you. So for St. Valentine, I love you. Whether you are addressing a pet, a friend, your partner, or yourself, these are the most important words you can say. Do not hold these words in. Giving them often and freely will not take their power away. Be ready and willing to say, I love you. Recall the last time you expressed love for yourself. Do you love who you are? Do you avoid thinking about how you feel about yourself? Expressions of love are powerful for anyone to receive, including you. Take a moment to acknowledge what an incredible person you are. Declare, I love you. Let that love emanate from you out into the world. A golden-hued angel claps her hands over her heart and gazes into the heavens. She is a reminder that angels do watch over you. If you are not in a loving space, the angels can help by saturating you with unconditional love. The golden color of the angel could denote the sacral chakra. This is the chakra of relationships, feelings, emotions, and identity. Clear and balance your sacral chakra. So, additional to the third eye chakra, it is like giving you advice to work on the sacral chakra. So that was the general reading. Now I think before I take this anonymous question, I will take Eric's because he was really in the beginning, like here, take my question and paying for it. So let's clean this all away. So we take Eric first. Eric is a Scorpio, kind of a little bit hijacking this reading, but I'm gonna give like a thank you that somebody do this effort. Pay me. It's a nice thing. Maybe we get this kind of messages even more. Let's see how I feel. So let's see. The deck is all coming based on the crystal I get now. So this today is no more anymore the sign readings today. For anybody wanting to know what's happening, next readings is like a pick-up reading 6 o'clock today European time, and that is There anybody can ask a question. So the chat is open again. This is a membership reading, that's why it's like this. So Eric is asking, what should I focus on, my past, fling, or new? So indeed, Eric has some past love story that is maybe a little bit like a haunting. I would say this is a little bit like a crossroads situation, but let me think about the spread for this. So Eric's crystal today is crown chakra. Okay, high energy, beautiful deck. This is, in my opinion, like one of the best decks. There is, I'm gonna show this book to anybody who is new here. I have often really like a shadow deck. This is the Book of Shadows Tarot that you just got. To answer this question, so what should I focus on, my past, fling, or new? What kind of form I would do it for you? Maybe freely cards. Spirit can show me. So Eric, what should focus on? My past, fling, or new? Maybe I show you the what is those options. So you can then focus on what you find the best. So we are showing you the past, fling now, and the new. So past is here. Interesting, it came immediately. And the new, what is new possible for you? Okay, you got two. Maybe there is more than two. One possible. Past is 8 of Earth. It's very much like a hard work. Maybe it felt like, I mean, this is of course different message in this card, but maybe this past fling made you like feel like you have to work hard for this relationship. Am I right? Like there is something about it. It's a good thing, of course, work hard, play hard. This is this kind of card. Work hard, play hard, but that's the past fling new. So is this totally the true love of your life? I don't know. Let me read this thing. Let's focus one at a time. So see what is the new, but this is now that old. If I need to verify, I might, but this we are seeing the old fling is giving you this air creatures. Like trees, we imbue creatures of the air with so many symbolic meanings, both specifically and generally. As a group, they are associated with element of air, of course, and therefore with thoughts and communications. Particularly, we think of them as messengers from the god and goddess. With the ability to fly, we cannot help but think of freedom. Specifically, crows and ravens are associated with the goddess. Butterflies bring to mind transformation. Bees represents love, productivity, and the possibility of the impossible. With our sea creature brethren, we tend to think of where we came from. The creatures flitting through the air make our souls and mind sing with ideas what we might become. Is this telling something that you have been attracted towards the air signs? There's something about that. The 8 of Earth asks you to reach higher, stretch farther, and dream bigger. Whatever it is you are attempting, it is not even close to what is potentially possible. Slow off whatever baggage is holding you earthbound. Make yourself as light as possible by letting go of doubts and focusing on what you know is possible. It's almost like saying like more is possible than that old. So it's immediately saying like this. Whatever you're attempting is not even close to what is potentially possible. So I'm already seeing like, okay, the new might be better. Let me see. Or in the old, there is also this thing. You have not gone with that relationship that far that it could go. It has been like a work that if it's an 8 of pentacle, is not the 10 of pentacle. It's not yet the all legacy that could be. It's not ended. So indeed that you feel possibly that there is all this, let's say like you can invest to a relationship. Usually when you do, you are really wanting something coming out of it. And you have to go until this and still the result is not there. So it's sometimes like, is this project actually worth, like almost this kind of technique, people say like a sausage technique, you are like selling somebody something, you make them buy part of the sausage and a little bit more and eventually get the whole sausage, but it's kind of like making you addicted to just try harder, and this comes here. Is this like an ideal thing? It's not a true love card. It's like just working hard for something, and it's saying it can be much more than you are currently thinking it's possible. Anyway, let's see the new one. Okay, we have an air here. We have 10 of air, and 7 of air, all air. So while this is talking about air creatures, but this communication being kind of work, here we have often 10 of sword is connected to the end of the relationship, as well. Here is connected to tarot. This is actually a different message here. Well, 7 of air, what is this? I Ching. I think this is really like giving you like interesting, that almost like mirroring back what I'm doing for you. Like there is such a like a interesting like mirroring back to me. Like, look, I'm looking for Eric's options, but it is showing me like all this, like a fortune telling moment here. Is this like somebody who do this kind of stuff? New fling. Is your new fling interested in this kind of subjects? It's all this kind of I Ching or tarot. Okay, let's see what is going there. I think I have to verify all this stuff because it's like really maybe it makes sense to you. That's the most important. I found that one. So the new fling shows up as a tarot. I mean, you are following my channel. You are like interested in this kind of cards, so something is part of this. Tarot cards, like meditation, have so many uses. First, we of course use them to divine the way the future is trending, gauging the way the energy is flowing in terms of a situation to catch a helpful glimpse of the future. Tarot works well for all sort of topics and can also be used in magic. The cards are used sometimes in meditation by selecting one that holds a particular message that we feel we need at the time. Looking at the card until we can see it with our eyes closed, and then after entering our meditative state, joining into the card and interacting with the characters and creatures that we find there. New fling, really related to this. Possibly there is something about my readings that you are able to have a glimpse of this future. But say the cards of the tarot deck are like unbound pages of book. Whenever they are shuffled, new possibilities are created. They help us visualize the futures that we wish to create. It's kind of visualizing state. I would say that new fling is indeed. You have not yet, Spirit Sea, you have not made this choice. So it's actually like on the fence. Like if you're not like really committed to something, you're just interested. This shows that you have to be committed to them, that things move forward. Otherwise, it stays in this kind of visual state. 10 of air indicates much power and control over the situation. Things are moving in a beneficial direction, and if they are not, be assured that you can easily change that. Okay, so there is kind of flexibility in this new fling. Like you have a power to still indeed change what you really commit to. Like it's almost like things are up in the air. The person is showing here the same card here. It's interesting, like going endless loop. Then we have another like a predictive card. Seven of Swords would be also normally kind of like a strategical scheming, playing, but in this card is I Ching. The I Ching is also known as the Book of Changes. It's an ancient Chinese text containing the divinatory meanings for each of the possible 64 hexagrams. And then the 7 of air reminds us that just as yin exists within yang and yang within yin, so your answer lies within your question. Examining what you're asking and find the wisdom and guidance that dwells there. What should I focus on, my past, fling, or new? I think the answer lies in your question. Where you focus, you will gain the fruit, you gain the success, you gain the thing. You have to choose now where you focus. I think that is somehow here. While this new one is totally up in the air, you have not completely focused on it. Here the message was also like there is much more potential here that you have given in. Okay, let's go further. Like this is otherwise confusing to you. Let's have a little bit malu for your money, that we have this kind of sign with the spirit showing what is playing in this old fling and what is playing in this new one. We have here a Scorpio. Of course, this is your own sign. I don't know what is it to do with this, but spiritual purification to resurrect mental secrets of physical, resulting from the power of Scorpio card. Something Scorpio with an occult fling. This could be yourself even. Recognizing how you have dealt the situation as a Scorpio person. Or is there something to do with the Scorpio sign with your fling? Anyway, here is just in the second house, usually Taurus house. What is totally the marriage house, actually, the commitment. Spiritual, your beliefs. Mental, what you value. Physical, your resources. That is a very key point about understanding who is your love. Values. You have to be aligning with your values. So even seeing this, maybe the new fling appreciate you are looking my tarot reading. Maybe the new fling is also interested of the tarot, is interested the same thing that you are. That would be one thing. Your beliefs, what you value, your resources. Your resources is this reading, for example. So there is something about that, like understanding what unites you. Well, here we had secrets. Yeah, Scorpio can be a bit maybe this kind of power sign. But sometimes the relationship become even power struggle, and that is not a very healthy way. You should understand when you are in beautiful union with somebody, you both are like having similar values and you work on the same cause and you're not fighting each other or wanting to be better than the other. You are like winning together. So is this happening in the old? Are you winning together? Here, I think the new fling looks already more positive. Okay, let's see next. I think I took before you Sacred Destiny. I think I would rather take you, talking about all these kind of oracle cards, which one I would take you. Maybe I take you this kind of like a white light oracle, because it's a beautiful sacred love. Like that is me too. I'm trying to make a sacred space for shadow love. This looks kind of like that, to understand the value of going deeper and just work, play hard, work hard. Now, Eric, Spirit wants to give you advice on love life, just generally. What is the wolf wanting to say? Lasaya of Parvati, 32. It's like a comparing thing. I'm just thinking like you have to trust your heart. This is the message of the full moon in Leo. Follow your heart. So let me see what is this advice here. There is a gentle way to proceed and obtain the same or even greater effect. Tame the wild and frenzied workings of the mind by grounding yourself with beauty, pleasure, and grace. Violence and its negative effects shall be overcome and healed through feminine gentleness and inner spiritual strength. This oracle is sign of great future happiness. Okay, so again, the new seem to be more positive here. Future happiness. Sign of, but okay, this can be going also further. Like, let's continue. Like, but there is something more than meets the eye in the future. Parvati is the universal mother in her gentle aspect. Although it's, as with all mothers, her fierce side will emerge if it's needed to protect her children. She's beautiful and benevolent and evokes the qualities of love, connection, creativity, and devotion to a higher purpose. The divine goddess has many names, and Parvati is also known as Jakatambe, the mother of the universe. Her son is Ganesha, the elephant-headed deity who fosters success in all new ventures, protection from obstacles, and is of particular benefit to those who feel drawn to flight. Parvati is mother to all, and her presence in a reading augurs success on every level. With Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, love, and spiritual enlightenment, and Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom, music, and creativity, Parvati is Tridevi, the sacred triune of feminine nature or triple goddess of Hinduism. Parvati is the divine archetype of the vital, competent, creative, and loving woman. That is pointed to you that you should be, Eric, with somebody who is this way. Divine archetype of the vital, competent, creative, and loving woman. When her oracle appears, there is an opportunity to heal one's mother wounds and one's relationship with the feminine more generally. She helps heal wounded hearts and teaches us how to belong to ourselves just as we are, rather than abandoning ourselves to please others, which this could have been. Then as Tridevi, when you connect with Parvati, you also connect with Lakshmi and Saraswati, as all three are one. So this oracle also brings comfort for matters to do with material prosperity, love, relationships, expressing your voice, and fulfilling your higher purpose. Parvati is the consort of and wife of the wild god Shiva. He loves to meditate and has a fierce temper when distracted from his spiritual practice. Wrathful as he can be, he is protector deity and the destroyer of evil. Parvati stimulates her husband's passion through her skillful practice of yoga. He is roused from meditation by the powerful energy she generates, and he performs his fierce cosmic dance, Tandava, which brings an end to that which needs to be annihilated so new life can emerge. So I give you still this sentence. We can trust that the Divine Mother loves us and responds to what is needed, but also knows how to get things done without being more heavy-handed than necessary. She is generally moved by our suffering and will manifest in whatever forms are needed to heal. Her oracle asks you to invoke her and trust what transpires is for your healing and spiritual fulfillment. Give up the notion that the deepest issues require the most difficult path to heal. Let her Lasaya dance of happiness and grace unveil a gentle and more loving way. Values and this kind of focus to more like a joy in your life. Healing, maybe this is whole healing part. There is something bad in this past. I have done readings. I have no memory so much of all the things that you've been told before. But I think there is much positive, in my opinion, in the future. Still want to give you like a visual what this looks like, because you are making the choice. So Eric, what this past person is bringing you and what is the new person. There's two cards again. So I pick always with the feeling. What is this? 28. Okay, there is a lot of arguments here. Interesting. It's really like a... And what is here? It's a little bit like a lone journey, but it's like healing. You are having in this future fling, like, who knows, the person feels even that there is like a... you are this kind of person to bring more like abundance to their life. But this is really looking like a hermit, like this is in the hermit year. I think this is a lot like an inward journey, even though this date is giving almost like a, let's see, almost like a 20th of February to 20, whatever it means. What is this number? 32, 22. think there is this healing. This is inward journey. This is again like building yourself up. So focusing on that own healing, I think this is kind of arguments. It shows. Do we see anything else? Yes, I'm gonna give you a love card. Let's see, Erik, one more. Both side, what kind of love is there? Love is love, can be good too. Sometimes passionate love indeed end up being this kind of we see both sides and you can choose what you like. I'm showing just the sides. Receive with love and appreciation. Gracious acceptance is a way to show love. Okay, there's a little bit, I connect this to the Snow Queen. So the person in your life could have been a little bit this kind of avoiding that Snow Queen, that you just giving you beautiful snowflake. While here, have faith, trust your faith in this situation. This is bringing you much more like, indeed, faith makes everything possible. Our beliefs are often born the things we see, but we can have a higher road, we can have faith to something bigger, and indeed making a dream day, writing it even down, a dream partner, dream person, dream life, you can get there, but you have to have kind of like a will to have faith. Faith is often missing in our like a world, like you want to have instant gratification, instant something, when things takes also time to grow. Like the love is like a rose you have to water. There is a very positive this thing about have faith. Here is a little bit like a gold, beautiful snowflake. I think I leave it to you to decide. In my opinion, just my opinion, this is your love life. This looks like a much more like a healing path, this new love. So I would focus on this, but you need to have faith. And this receive with love and appreciation. Maybe you need to be the receiver more. You have not got enough. You just got this cold snowflake, something like this. That I connect to this kind of Snow Queen story. That it's really like the Snow Queen makes this guy play endless puzzles, and while the Gerda would be the childhood true love, it's kind of losing the guy because the guy cannot see the kindness anymore, like a good thing, but rather this kind of games. Somehow like there is this all this more negative thing on this side. Okay. So now I go to this question that actually a member has asked. So maybe the person is already there like, okay, why do you take this? But anyway, Erik paid me, so I thought it was a nice thing. I hope you like this reading. Always welcome to come tonight also to this pick-a-pile reading that I have 6 o'clock there. Everybody can talk to me. It's like possible. So let's see what deck we're gonna get for this question. So we have a Cancer member. Cancer have asked this question anonymously. Some people indeed want to keep anonymous the question. So what is your prediction for Cancer sign this year in romance department? So it's kind of like a very kindly asking generally for all the Cancers, but also I could think about this person now. So sacral chakra. This sacral chakra came through in the Cancer general reading, interestingly, as advice for you to focus. So again, the sacral chakra is here. So healing the sacral chakra, being the emperor and empress on your throne. And what happens when the archetype of the sacral chakra go in the shadow? You become a people pleaser and a martyr. So avoid that, but be having pleasure in your life, enjoy what you're doing, kind of like sexuality and creativity is in here too. You are really like enjoying what you do, having pleasure, drinking a wine, buying even flowers to yourself, like this kind of thing. But now we go into seeing. So you will get, interestingly, very like a erotic deck for the Valentine. This is a nice thing. Erotic fantasy tarots are answering to this. What is your prediction? Like my prediction for Cancer sign this year in romance department. So, wow. Let's see. We are having currently, let me think about other things card 2. Maybe we take for whole Cancer, and this person asking a love card in the center. We reveal this in the end, so this will be advice. The romance is here. And then I haven't done a year prediction also all the star signs, but maybe it was very much, it could be anything. Karen, now we focus on the love, so let's see now the spring, how it's going. So for Cancer sign, the romance department, now spring. What happens now in the summer? What happens in the autumn? And what happens next winter? Okay. What else we could take? Maybe we take this kind of card that I just took to Eric. A little bit witchy, but let's have like a one card to show the Cancer romance. What is it? What is it? Maybe we take also the Sacred Destiny. I love to give you a lot, you're the member, so I love to give you like a little spoiling your love life, like you know more. A little intel. Okay, this one. Sacred Destiny. And what else? Maybe you could be paying attention to this thing that I took also to Eric. Like, what is this kind of astrological aspect in this love life going on? Like a prediction. What you could pay attention. What kind of element here? I think we start looking. So maybe we start from the first card. We see immediately that the love here in the middle. Okay, do something for someone. Give your attention to another. Beautiful. This came, I think, for Gemini. It is very like kindness. Yeah, kindness is here. Doing kind action to other people, having a kind heart. So it's in the center of your romance department that you should be this kind of empress, or this kind of earthly blooming person. Just things are just blooming. Very sacral chakra as well. Sacred space in the sense, like very like cultivating this kind of paradise. Then, wow, there is a 9. Okay, this is a number 9 year. 9, which this is very much looking like a magician here, connecting to the Cancer reading as well, being magician. So it is having in the hand this sword usually is like a truth and knowledge, like a magician witch. Wow, standing out as a person who is this kind of creator. It's part of you being like actually, yes, very creative. Creativity and sexuality is in the sacral chakra, so don't be too shy to show all your skills. That will attract the person to you because you are like in your like a creativity. It's like a positive, very high energy vibe. So that is part of this romance. Beautiful. This is like a nature, and then it's like a chilling there with all the kind of notes. It's not just kind, it's also wise. Then we have this sign, which is the first house, Aries. Okay, so Aries, again, identity is such a big part of this whole romance, who you are, who you're being. But it's saying immediately, spiritual, mental, the way you project yourself, physical, do it on your own. This person is also doing very much in their own. So it must be part of this romance is like you really have to find the love for yourself first. But Aries energy is the identity, who I am. And being yourself is like activating this energy that reflects back to you, your person. So being your higher self is kind of your duty to attract the person to you, because then it's like an energy game. Aries. It could talk about even the Aries season is kind of firing up things because that's a fire sign. So by the time it's like end of March or April, things are kind of happening. It could even tell us about that. But immediately immediately you can start to be the best version you are. That could also be part of this. And sacred focus. Okay, so you really have to be focused. Distraction indeed is a bad thing in our world. But talking about having this kind of winter season, walking leopard in the snowy mountains, Cancer sign this year in Roma's department, able to be like a going kind of endurance, this kind of focused energy. But I always say, like in the creativity also, the most powerful if you focus with your heart. I think that is here. Very focused about being loving and creative and the power. This takes a lot to be in this kind of cold environment. We can read this advice in the end. Now we see the spring energy, what's happening in the Cancer. Okay, there is a interesting snake taming going on. Two of Pentacles. This, of course, is what you got. Talking about the money, what you got, who you have. It could be even the love interest. Is this a good snake or bad snake? Interesting. It's a little bit like a warrior aspect, like, okay, come here, snake, I'm gonna tame you. It's a little bit, I give you your own medicine, like this snake is like medicine symbol usually, and it of course it's in this magician has it on the what this person has on the like a belt, but magician has like a Ouroboros snake like eating the tail, this kind of continuous energy, while here is like I let you taste your own medicine, I let you taste your own, like it's like you are having some kind of like a bit duel with somebody you love. Now in spring, what is this? Maybe we read this. This is advice for you. What's happening in the erotic department now in the spring Cancer collective? Because this is the question was very kindly asking like what is my prediction for the Cancer sign this year in romance department? So it could be every Cancer, but this is finding new solutions. The virgin who defeats evil. The thrill of new challenges. Turn every battle into a game, finding creative solution to overcome it. So it's really calling you to be creative. Now spring, creative solutions, even about your love life. Then this is now summer, it's gonna happen. Okay, there is this huge momentum. So looks like this is often related to work, of course, passion project, but there could be a lot of suitors coming in the summer towards you. Maybe you did something to be noticed, but you get like a lot of like a people, there is a saying like men give arrows to you, like a love arrows, kind of like you just should welcome them and be empowered. It's almost like it comes if you are in some like a dating app, it comes a huge notice, or like you have been noticed by the time it's summer. Like I want to be with you. me, like everybody want to be like a in your entourage. But the summer, so believe in one's values, use the power of one's spirit. Our desires change with us. Embrace the constant changing of your soul, grow and develop with your partner. Okay, that's also here. Grow and develop. Maybe the person these things are coming from one person. There's a huge like a messaging going on by the summer. So that could also be there. This person now is like a chilling here, like okay, it's February, almost Valentine, and then by the summer is like, oh my god, I have to stand up like the warrior princess now, because like this is like things are happening here, like I can feel it. This momentum from this to this. Then we have autumn. Okay, again warrior style, there's all these kind of things going on. So it's very ambitious night. This is with the Lancelot in a story of the King Arthur's round table. This is the chivalrous, like a romantic, even like a doing right for the lady. But this is woman, of course, here. But can be very ambitious somehow. Your love life by the autumn is very like you have something to say about it. Really, like you have a message. Like you have something to say about the love life. I don't know. Let me read this again. Or you have message to say, like really you are going to meet this person actively, like this is also like a active approach, active communication. Things are happening. Autumn. Follow one's instinct. The night's unexpected attack. The impulse of the moment may lead to intriguing discoveries. Know how to decide quickly and venture instinctive responses to unexpected stimuli. Okay, so you are called to be, if this is like a who I am kind of things are called to be, but the time is autumn, you have to be like a really like a being in your power to make fast decisions. Possible with who you are, you're giving you time. Here you're giving the options open, even like there are a lot of approaches to you and your circles. Here it's like very focused. The focus energy is in the same line here. Being kind is still to remember. It can be really like a sharp words too, always the sword. How you can be still kind. And by the next winter, okay, we have the very big sword. If we're talking about this is the one of the Knights of the Arthur, King Arthur. This is the sword of the Excalibur. So this is the fate, truth, beautiful, like a beginning of understanding, maybe even who is your person. Like you really have the big picture or the big power by the next winter. So it is a journey. Interestingly, Panther is walking towards this sword. I'm gonna read also this for you. Oh, the knight made the mark. The knight is also having the sword in the hand. It's like this is mine. You are mine. Like that is kind of like here. I made my decision. Ace. And remember, magician always use the ace. And again, we started this whole reading. You have the knife in your hand. You have the words, the swords, the possible that your love language could be. Looking this reading like words of affirmation. It's here in the end of the year. Like this is in action. It's like you get power of this. You even have it in the hand. It's like a small one. It's getting just bigger. Something here. Let's see. Achieving the result. Okay, you get this kind of possible romance you want. The sword after the battle. Collaboration is the mother of pleasure. Share the aims, move forward side by side, and face the challenges together. Okay, it's the same line of this was also team player. You should be a team player in this possible relationship. You're not totally alone. You see yourself alone, a lot of lone, but you have to understand the team player. Aries is also I am, everything is like me, alone. The big aha comes that how can you be the team, the dream team. But maybe this commitment is here. You have to be like willing to go to have this commitment. Okay, let's see current feelings. This was anyway predictions for Cancer. Maybe I gave you a lot of notes what could address a little bit here for Cancer. Okay, what are like predictions? We have here, I want this last forever. Okay, so when you find something you value, indeed, you want to preserve it. This is maybe like a search for it, like what is this snake? Are you like a are you good snake or bad snake? But interesting is snake here. This could be part of this. If you are wanting to go deeper, maybe you could really look this kind of snake year predictions. What the snake year is all about is making the skin new. So this could be really like an inside deep work you are called to, even the snake. The King of Cups is here. Wow, this is a loving king. Do your thing, OMG, the showstopper, the love show. Okay, so it's a very positive sign that the King of Cups, the deep king, is gonna be playing here the role. Be you, like a mastering of the emotion. This is also like a magician style on mastering things. Mastering things, being the King of Arthur who can rise to Excalibur. Able to talk about the hard stuff even. There is this kind of depthness available. This could be surface love interest coming, but this is some kind of deep truths here that you are wanting. And it's not hoarding if your shit is cool. What are you hoarding, Cancer? Or the member asking this. But your shit is cool. Remember, like you can be having this love show, showstopper, OMG. Yeah, your shit is cool. So trust that. Now I read you this focus card. Let's see. So advice. This was a member question. Anonymous. So, advice from the spirit. Snowy mountain peak. Mountains traditionally represent transcendence and spiritual evolution. They also symbolize rising above mundane situations and reaching greater heights. The snow at the peak represents pristine clarity. Mountain peaks are often the destination of spiritual pilgrimage. Many cultures believed that the tops of mountains were the resting points of the gods and celestial beings. The sacred landscape wants you to know what you focus on is what you pull to you. So put your attention on that which is worthwhile. Concentrate on one desire. Okay, that is kind of message here that you have to have like a very one goal mind to have that one love. That love is indeed not like you are loving all the village, you are loving one person and yourself. One. Direct your thing into one thing rather than being scattered in many directions. When your thoughts and actions are unfocused, it dilutes and diminishes your forward movement, which is happening here a lot by the time it's autumn. It is much easier to gain results when you are concentrating on one path. Gather your inner resources and with intensity and passion go forward and upward, and you will see results. This is also a card of spiritual transcendence and traveling to higher realms. So stay focused as you elevate your higher consciousness. You are close to heavenly realms. The heaven is close. The paradise is close. You just have to be do something for someone. That's also like a gentleness. Cultivate that kind of thing in your life. Don't think I have to read this. It was already in the Gemini reading. I read this card. If you want to look, the card is right there. I feel like, what else I can give? One more. I want to give you one thing. You're asking the whole year. I feel called to pull this kind of archetype card. It's all my card things are dropping. Like I think this came from here. Like things drop, but this came from here. So this is Urge Heart. So everything dropped here and this stayed in my hand. So something maybe for your love life, things you have to nurture them to grow. Urge Heart, which is very aligned with this. Where is this thing? 52. advice for this whole year, like what could be the kind of alchemy, how you arrive there. Depth pulls buried treasure. Amidst our phenomenal scientific pursuits, we have yet to journey to the core of the earth. We can only suppose what is there. Such is the mystery of the Coverum Terra card. It is related to the archetypal image of the cave and the fourth chakra located at the heart. This card appears when there is something blossoming deep within that requires our attention, our tending to. It could be a new love, a way of serving others. This serving others is also here. Or an offering to the planet and its resources. In alchemical text, Coverum Terra roughly translates to Earth is the true heart. The journey of discovery will take you through many layers, slowly revealing her gifts. This is proof of Earth's longing to provide, to teach. You already felt the pulse of the Earth's heart. Now it's time to listen, to be student of her wisdom. Go deeper, read Donna Falt's poem, Go In and In. And science tells us that the Earth's core is made of iron. If this card appears along with the iron card, you can be sure the magnetic center is pulling you in. Go in and in. There is no iron. No, there is iron on the table. There is the sword. Everywhere this iron is a sword. It's some inner truth, deeper truths. It's part of your love life. You have to have this kind of intelligent company of wise words or wise source words. Something about the knowledge is key here. This card can be read as a direct call to reconnect with Earth itself. Sit or walk in nature, perhaps visiting your favorite spot. If you can't get there, sit and visualize. Yes, being grounded is part of this romance. I think it starts really about understanding how you can bloom. And when you bloom, you are being noticed indeed as this beautiful flower you are. And then it looks like a little bit like the flower is not so happy here. Like it's like, oh, what is this snake? But the snake here is here. It asks also you to go deeper truths. So this is kind of invitation. Snake in the paradise is asking you just to go deeper, not to be angry to the snake. It's just asking you to be very deeper. Okay, the neighbors are making a lot of sound. Anyway, this was your reading. Remember question, and Eric got the question, and this was your Cancer reading, general Cancer reading. Beautiful. This was even asked for all Cancers, this question. So it can be applicable for a whole year for the Cancers romance department. So, but I think the sacral chakra was now very much mentioned many times, that you need this kind of sexual healing even, possibly. But this is that kind of energy. But creativity is part of this chakra a lot. So any creative things you could do now would be possibly helping you as well. But gardening could be one nice little activity as well. And being with the animals, because animals, pets, children, they open your heart if you are in the company of these creatures of nature or human children. They have still heart open. So it's positive for you. Okay, thank you for watching this and have a happy Sunday. And yes, 6 o'clock you can come back. I have this Picobile psychic reading following the Divine Comedy book. I'm going to show you the image. This is the book we are reading. We have been here going from 2023, Inferno, came 2024 in the end until Purgatory, and now we are in Paradise. So I'm going through, we are already very far. So see you this evening possibly. And the other readings I have put in my community post some schedule that tomorrow, for example, I do forward Leo, Virgo, Libra and Scorpio. So see you then. Thank you and bye.